ready for our trip. We'll see how the week goes. Okay, so we have arrived at our Airbnb here in 312. We have this cute little sitting area out here on the front porch. Now we're gonna go in, and you come into the living area. Okay. So we've got a nice big screen TV. Got a nice little desk area. And then we go through. There's Sheree. Say hi, Sheree.
Hi.
We've got a very nice table with a little Lazy Susan in the middle. We have a totally renovated kitchen. She said this was built in the 40s. Okay. Very nice gas stove.
Little porch out there goes out to the back.
Very nice refrigerator. Little porch out that side door. Okay.
Yeah,
Here we have
that's my favorite part.
a little coffee pot and with some coffee, some little bar stools, a toaster, hand towels, paper towels, and then we're going to go down the hallway. Cute little canoe shelf with towels on it there. And this is bedroom number 1. Very nice. It has its own air conditioner, ceiling fan. Okay. And then bedroom number 2, same. Closet, chair, bed, air conditioner, fan. And then the bathroom. Got a sink. One of them fancy smancy self-defrosting mirrors.
Defogging.
Yeah, defogging. And then a soaking tub and a very nice shower head with glass, non-see-through glass. So very nice, very nicely redone. We did.
Duplex next door.
Yeah. Yep, this is a duplex, so there's another unit next door. And the unit next door has a big walk-in shower instead of a tub. So if you want to travel together, you can do that. The little porch back here at the back, and you can park in the back and walk through the little gate right there. Or she said it's perfectly safe and fine to park on the front. So we just parked out front. It's just more convenient. Also a little chair out here. Of course, you got codes to enter all the doors.
Ow. I hit my watch on the...
Uh-oh. And here's another view of the living room. So far, so good. Okay, we're inside Brick City. Oh, look, they got little shopping carts like that, too. Yeah, me too. Of course, I can't leave here without filming the female uniform. And of course, there's some nurses. A woman's fight too. So cool. That's pretty cool too. Little dude up on the ceiling. So this is everything Elvis. This was actually some of his medals and where he earned them, and his signature is on that card. It's pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. And look at this old cash register. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, Uncle Benny and Aunt Evelyn had one kind of like that in their old store at Richton.
I remember. So the visitor center, Miss Laura's, used to be a brothel, the most popular brothel in Fort Smith. Oh, those are pretty.
The Gerber Davis.
Yeah.
I guess we could take a picture of the little train.
And here is the entrance. You see, got the little pictures in the windows.
But she looked good in it. I like her.
I was waiting for you.
Okay, I'm curious.
Those are pretty.
Oh, you're filming. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Train outside of the brothel. So we have arrived at the National Historic Site
Let me get out.
in Fort Smith, and we're going to head over there to the visitor center and get our tickets. It's $10 to get in, but there's a lot to see here. And there's our prison buggy again. So this is where all the executions took place. And from pictures inside, it looked like there was at least 3 ropes hanging across there. And names of the people that were executed and the dates they were executed. So this is the officer's garden. Got little flowers and whatnot's over here. And the barracks used to stand back here. You're fine.
Sorry.
The barracks used to stand back here where the concrete is now laid. And then there were columns on the barracks on the porch. And then the second barracks were right over there. And both of these were lost in fires, accidental fires, back in the day, and they were not rebuilt. But now there's concrete slabs where the barracks were. towards the commissary now. And you can tell by the old stone. There's a beautiful barn door up there. This is history, people.
It's like a
Cedar.
cedar tree.
Some kind of cedar. This is the oldest standing building in Fort Smith. It's the commissary at the National Park at Fort Smith. There's an old covered wagon over there. Hear the traffic in the background. All these old steps out of old stone.
Fascinated by the flagpole.
That's cool,
I've
huh?
not seen one quite like that before.
It kind of looks like it came off of a ship or
Yeah, like
something.
a ship's mast or something.
Oh, glory.
You understand that if you go in from the outside, you visit the village. To say their ways were just as good as yours.
From the 1900s to about 1960, a lot of people kind of just forgot about the culture. They thought that if they didn't teach us the culture, that we would be able to get along in what they call the white man's world or the white man's society. We have since learned that you can do both. You can still be on society.
Women behind bars. Found guilty of conspiring to kill her husband. Sentenced to hang. And acquitted. Belle Starr, I've heard of her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go take a picture of that cell. So obviously this is a rebuild of a cell, but it's the size. They would have 2 to 4 people in here, mostly 2, but sometimes 4 if they were overcrowded. And this little thing on the wall back here is where the porta potty was, and it just kind of swings out. But that is a very small space for 2 people, much less 4.
I know, I can't believe she's.
Oh wow, I'd hate to know I had to sleep down there. Look, the ceiling looks like my craft room. Hingham Hall. I don't know that I've ever seen that.
Oh, I have. It's pretty good.
Now that one I've seen. Okay, so this is the outside of the jail where we were inside a while ago.
And the courthouse later, right?
It was later made into the courthouse. So here's a little prisoner buggy my sister was informing me. I guess they used to parade you through town in this. Kind of like our little white vans now. We're headed to the visitor center. Morning, y'all. Hey, we're at a little spot called Miss Anna's on Tolson for breakfast. And it's just like a little mom and pop diner. And so we're gonna have breakfast, so I'll share with y'all what we have.
Hey guys. Who's having coffee?
They do better.
So we're sitting here at Ev's and we're about to eat. So I got a beef sandwich and Sheree got a dipper, like a roast beef dipper with an au jus. So we're gonna see how that tastes. And I've already got my picture made with Elvis, but you can see him in Maryland on the back wall too. So we'll let you know how it is. So here is my open beef sandwich with mashed potatoes and Sheree's onion rings and dipper, and there's her au jus. Okay, this morning we are at the U.S. Marshals Museum in Fort Smith. It's not very far from our Airbnb. Walk over here to the sign. United States Marshals Museum and National Learning Center. So let's go see what it's about. You're not in the way. I don't have any.
We operate without passion or prejudice in the fulfillment of our oath.
I second that motion.
And I agree 100%. I get good morning, Dave.
for Zeke's arrest. A posse, led by 2 deputy U.S. Marshals, was dispatched from Fort Smith, some 40 miles away. The posse's order.
Let me tell you about one. Fortune. Fortune is first regular field deputy commissioner. Adultery, maiming, violating.
Donated to the, like buy a brick.
Mm-hmm. Behind there is the Arkansas River. This is where we just came out of. Very nicely architecturally done. It hasn't been open a real long time. Just a few years, and it's really an amazing place. And I got teary-eyed in spots. I got overwhelmed sometimes by some of the history. Of course, having a American Indian history as part of my family, and living in the South, a lot of these things, whether you agreed with them or not, are documented here, I think, in a fair and reasonable way. And it just tells the story of history and not really taking any sides. Which other one was that?
I had another sleeveless one. I should have put it on.
Okay, so we are at supper finally. We had a long day. We did a lot of shopping. We went to the Museum of the U.S. Marshals, which was great. But we've had a good day. We found some stores. We bought a few things. And now we're at this little pub called Papa's Pub and Pizza. And we have ordered a pizza. It's supposed to be really good. It's recommended online by all the sites, and so we're going to try it and see how good it is. We also ordered some breadsticks, and so we're going to try that. But we'll get back with you. We'll let you know what we think. These are the breadsticks. So here is the pizza. It's called a combination pizza, and I added jalapenos to it.
It's kind of like a sweet.
And Cherie got the meat lovers. Okay, we have arrived in Van Buren, and we are going to pick up our train tickets. So we're on the train, we're in the dome, and we're getting ready. We got a few minutes before we take off. So sit back and enjoy the view. So we're at this cute little bookstore. They have coffee and pastries as well. And I got a cinnamon roll. And then I got a chai tea latte coming. Haley, you would be proud of me. But it's a cute little bookstore. And so we're just having a little Danish. And we're having a little Danish and some quiet time this morning before we start on our journey. Oh, I'm kind of coming back.
I'm gonna sit on the end.
Okay.
Are you taking a picture of my strawberry lemonade?
Yeah.
I mean cherry lemonade.
So we're walking around downtown Van Buren. Cherie stopped and to wash her shoe off. She got something on her shoe on the sidewalk, so on the bottom of it. So we were sitting here in this little shaded area outside the public restrooms, and there's a mural, an old mural painted on the wall, and I think it said, yeah, class of 1952, so it's been here a minute. And then on the other side is the public restrooms, and you can see the old building behind it. But there's there she comes out of the public restroom. And then there's a stage back here, I guess, where they have like little concerts and stuff. Like little benches along the side. But nice little calm area. They have these all down the street, hometown hero signs. My sister pointed that out to me. Okay, we just went to the Mercantile. Now we are headed back up the other side of the street. And here is the King Opera House. I'll try to find out some history on it, but they have $5 movies here and they have plays here. No, you're fine.
Have a couple of good eating places in downtown Van Buren. The Vault right here on our left, and also the Each Day that had the courtrooms. And then when a permanent school was built, that was moved to the campus at the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville. After some time there, it was moved to the Capitol grounds in Little Rock, and then the Arkansas River until the late 1960s, when navigation came to the Arkansas River, and the wind had to be suspended and taken down over the river to accommodate the barges and the river track 83 by students at the high school. It depicted the area as they saw it back in that time. Some of the industries are still here, some of them are gone.
Okay, we're at what they call the Drennan House now, and there's a marker here for the Civil War about the Van Buren raid. This house was built, did he say the Drennan House was built around the turn of the century? Like the last century? Hey, anyway.
The bridge was built in 1885.
But this property was in the Drennan family up until just recently, where they deeded it over, I believe he said, to the county, and now the county is keeping it up. Okay, so we're at Benson's Grill, about to have breakfast this morning. Tomorrow is our go home day, but today we're going to have breakfast for the second time since we've been here. And this is a sister company of where we ate the other day. I was looking at my sister to make sure, but anyway, I just got eggs and bacon this morning, and she got some kind of hole-in-one, so we'll see what it looks like when it comes out. So that's where we just ate. Okay, so we are at the National Cemetery here in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Didn't know it existed. It looks like Arlington. Got a lot of Confederate burials here as well, looks like. And wow, like who knew? Very somber. Looks like there's one in Knoxville, Tennessee too. But here you go, all the brave men and women who have fought for this country, at least partially from this area. POW MIA flag flying. And the flag is at half mast, and we're trying to figure out why. If anybody knows, leave a comment. It is June the 12th. There appears to be a 3-bell tower over here, and I'm not sure what the significance of that is, but I'll try to find out. And here is the entrance that we came through. It's just like in the middle of town. I hate to walk on the grass, but it doesn't say not to. And I want to see what this 3-bell tower is over here. Let's see what this marker says. Living memorial to Arkansas, Oklahoma veterans who served their country honorably for the cause of freedom. November 11th, 1986. Okay. As the bells ring, honored dead rest, freedom lives. Okay, so that's what the 3 bells are for. And this is the view you see when you're coming through the gate. Of course, you see the back of my truck there where we parked, but we're fixing to get in the truck and ride around the cemetery and look at some of the monuments. And see what we can see. So we pulled over here at the, it's not, well, there's some more over here, but we're about at the end of the cemetery. And there's these little above ground B3, B2, B1, they're all numbered, and we were wondering if maybe cremated bodies went here. We didn't know. So anyway, Cherie went to check it out and take a picture. So you see how they're like all, but nothing's written on them. So we're at a little antique store downtown. I can't remember the name of it. But got all these booths, like vendor booths. So it's kind of cool. Kind of got some new stuff, some old stuff. So like a combination of things. Now we have arrived at our second antique store. This is Through the Years Antique Mall. I'm gonna go around here and get a picture of the sign. Antique and cool stuff. Go Hogs, Razorbacks. I don't know about that, but we're at our next little stop, which is Bellstar Antique. Like little vendor booths.
Y'all traveling?
We are.
I think I've seen, have I seen? No.
Well, isn't that cool? Never seen one like that.
I hadn't either. So writing desk chair, just like that.
That's a pretty dresser too, or buffet or whatever it is. So it goes on for days, people, and I'm gonna stop filming because but I just wanted to show you where we are at Bellstar in Fort Smith. Okay, we're at Blue Ember, so we're gonna find out just how good this barbecue is. Okay, so we got baked beans, we got baked potato salad, and I got pulled pork. Sheree got brisket. We got apple and habanero barbecue sauce and hot and spicy. So we're gonna try it.
Original.
And she got the original. Okay, we had a fantastic time in Fort Smith. We are now home, and I just wanted to say, if you're looking for somewhere to go for a few days and you're into history and you're into antiquing and shopping, Fort Smith's a great place to go. You're right across the state line from Oklahoma as well, which we did drive into Oklahoma for a little bit. But, I mean, we had a great time, and who knew? I mean, I never knew that there was that much to do in Fort Smith, but it's a great place to vacation, and I'd actually like to go back there because there's several things we didn't get to do. There's also a lot of state parks around there, and so if you're a camper, there's plenty of nice places to camp. So give me a big thumbs up. Like my channel, subscribe if you want to come along with me for more journeys. I cook, I craft, and I travel, and various other little sundries as they come about. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see y'all next time.